Hello, this is Frederik Steinmetz with another quick tip for you for cgtestplus.com. And in case you haven't heard, Blender has the new Cycles Render internal engine. If you have not, I do encourage you to go check it out. It's got real-time rendering, it's really fast, and it's really quick to see the results. And if you let this render for a while, you can see I have a spider in here and two mesh lights and some environment lighting. But if I leave this rendering, the results will be this. Now if I take this over in After Effects, you can see the result looks pretty nice, but you have these weird black dots, the black artifacts, and I'm not sure if this is still a bug in Cycles or whether I would have to run it a couple of hours longer, because this ran for about 3 hours. And but there's a really quick way to get rid of them, and you can hardly trace them. So all I need to do is drop my cycles into a new comp, my cycles render, duplicate it, use the Luma key, and put the threshold up to 1. And that will make all those black dots here transparent. And if I take the lower one and move it one to the left, one to the top, you can see that all the black dots have magically appeared, and they've been replaced by the pixel on the top, on the lower right to them. So yeah, this is working pretty well. You can see pixels there, pixels gone. And I thought, well, if this is a bug, then the quick tip wouldn't be of that much use, so I thought I'd extend it to work with LuxRender, and I guess some of the other renders as well, because they all produce what's called fireflies. I'll take the skeleton that I rendered overnight, and 7.5 hour render progress, and we still have those nasty red artifacts. And what I did with them was I rendered out the skeleton again, including the seat it's on, but this time with a shadeless white material and a transparent background. And then I'll duplicate the skeleton again, and this time place it above the mask so we can see what we're doing, and use the levels effect. You can see in the last one the issue was to key out the black dots. So whenever you want to key something like this, you need to be aware of the similarities these have. Now you could use Luma. You could use a key light, I guess. You can use it with the method I'm just describing, but that would only work if your fireflies all have the same color. So I'll show you with the contrast settings, because that's what a firefly always has. It's got a much bigger. It's got a big contrast to the rest of the environment. Otherwise, it wouldn't be noticeable, anyways. So let's draw these closer together. And so we don't get disturbed by the colors, I'm just going to desaturate this real quick. Master saturation, there we go. And just toy around with those until I see a lot of white dots. Okay, that should do for now. Now I'll take the first two and pre-compose them, Ctrl-Shift-C. And I'll also need a garbage mask. Let's go into this comp, and I'll move the matte, and I'll actually invert this one. I guess I could have rendered it in black, and then I'll take a new solid black, and I'll mask with the skeleton. I'll produce a quick garbage mask, just to make sure we're not removing any of the floor. You can feather it out later on, it doesn't matter, just make sure you set it to subtract. Now you can see we have a map of our fireflies, and actually we have a trace around, a contour around the skeleton as well. We don't want that. Easiest way to get rid of that is to use a matte choker on this and set it to a negative value, and just do this. Now unfortunately the matte choker produces a white a color opposite to whatever color your clip was. I don't know why, but you can easily get rid of this by selecting the fill and of course then we don't need the invert anymore, and we just set this to black. Okay, there we go. Firefly map. And we get back into our precomp, duplicate the skeleton again, and set this to Luma Matte Precomp, Luma Inverted. And if we now move this in the same manner as we did the spider, you can see some of the fireflies disappear. And I'll duplicate this again just to show you. Here we have the two. Okay, here we have without the correction, with correction. You can see it doesn't get rid of all the artifacts. Of course, you could toy around with the level settings some more, but it does remove the most obvious ones. I mean, this of course is a very drastic case, and I should have rendered this for quite a while more. But you can see how well it works with the cycles. So yeah, this is one tip to remove noise from a render image. I hope you learned something from that. Leave a comment, and until next time, my name is Frederik Steinmetz. See ya. Bye.